Google Midway Pest Management. Control your bugs and wildlife. Call 913-820-9737.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Bugging You, here with Midway Pest Management. I am your host, Luis Gonzales, and today we're going to be talking about wasps. I have several wasps that I want to go ahead and talk about. These are going to be naturally occurring in the Midwest. We are based out of Kansas City, and these are going to be the most common wasps. The cicada killer, we have the mud dauber, we have the paper wasp, yellow jacket, and ball-faced hornets. Now, they're not all equal in aggressiveness. We're going to start with the cicada killer. So cicada killer usually burrows underground. It is a large wasp, can be even up to about 2 inches. They primarily feed on cicadas. This year, we're going to have 2 types of cicadas that are going to be swarming this year. So the cicada killers are going to be pretty active. But what these wasps will do is they'll sting the cicadas, they'll paralyze them, they'll drag them to their underground burrow, and they're going to use that as a food source. So again, cicada killers, they burrow underground. They're a solitary wasp, so it's not going to be a nest that's going to have hundreds, thousands of wasps. It's just going to be single wasp nesting. Then we have the mud dauber. Mud daubers are very interesting. They're a solitary wasp, and they'll build mud-like structures with little cylinder cavities. These little cylinder cavities are going to be used to bring insects so that the larva can feed off of those. Very similar behavior to the cicada killer. It'll paralyze the insects, and then it'll stuff them into each cylinder of that mud-like structure, where that'll have a fresh food source for the offspring. Then we have paper wasp. So paper wasp is a more aggressive wasp. The cicada killer and the mud daubers, really, they're not aggressive. You can be around them. They may buzz around you, dive bomb you a little bit, but they're really not going to initiate an attack. Whereas paper wasps, they do build large nests. Sometimes it can be in the dozens, or sometimes it can be in the hundreds, or a very well-established colony can be in very, very large numbers. These nests are going to be hanging usually from structures up on porches, eaves, sheds, even inside attics, and they'll build layers of nesting materials. They kind of resemble a honeycomb from like a honeybee, but make no mistake, these are not honeybees, and they do pack a punch if you get stung by them. Unlike bees, wasps will sting multiple times. They won't lose their stinger, and depending on somebody's own reaction, allergic reaction, the sting can be more severe with some people and not as severe with others. Then we have the yellow jacket. The yellow jacket is a very interesting wasp, and we're going to spend a little bit more time with this one. They kind of resemble honeybees. They're not honeybees, and they do pack a nasty, nasty sting if you get stung by them. They usually nest underground or in wall void cavities. They're second cavity nesters. So what will happen is, say there's a mouse burrow somewhere in the soil, in the lawn. These wasps will come in, will take over that nest, and they'll use that hollow cavity that's underground to start to establish a nest and build a colony that can be in the dozens, hundreds, if not even in thousands for a well-established colony. They can also nest in walls, say that the siding is broken somewhere, or caulking is missing, or a woodpecker pecked a hole in the siding and built a cavity. If they can find a wall void, they'll start to come in there, push the insulation to the side, and build a pretty healthy nest that is protected from the elements, protected from people. What we need to know about yellow jackets is that they are very aggressive in nature. If you are around their nest, they'll feel threatened and they can initiate an attack. Similar to paper wasps we just spoke about, any loud noises, thuds, if you're mowing the lawn, if kids are playing, screaming, any noise around their nesting will be just enough. It'll cause enough vibrations that they'll feel threatened, and then they'll come out and investigate. And if you're around, you will be unfortunate to get stung, and they'll put on a good chase and they won't leave you alone. So be careful whenever you're around paper wasps. Be careful when you're around yellow jackets. Then we're going to go ahead and progress and talk about, last but not least, are bald-faced hornets. These are really cool hornets. They're black and white, and they build massive nests, paper-like nests. They'll eat leaves or any paper material, and then they'll regurgitate it and build large structures. Some of them can be as large as a basketball size, but I've seen smaller ones, volleyball size, or even smaller than that. The bigger the nest, the bigger the colony, the bigger and larger the nest is going to be. Now, we don't hear too much about bald-faced hornets, and the reason is because they typically build their nest above ground on tree branches, and usually 20, 30, 40 feet high, where people are really not looking. And even if somebody's walking below a nest, usually there's enough of a buffer between you and the nest that the wasp won't feel threatened. They won't attack. Unless that nest tends to be closer, then obviously, be careful, use caution. They can definitely attack. These wasps are very interesting. Their wasp nests are really amazing, and in most cases, they're wonderful to keep as a souvenir. But I hope you found this video interesting. Again, I am your host, Luis Gonzales, with Midway Pest Management. We are located in Olathe, Kansas, serving the entire Kansas City metro. If you have any questions regarding bugs, feel free to call us. I would be more than happy to speak to you anytime here at the office. And then also, if you don't have a pest control service provider and would like to initiate pest control either for your home or business, or have a friend that needs pest control, don't hesitate to refer us. Midway Pest Management, located in Olathe. You can contact us at 913-820-9737. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you're watching this podcast, thank you for tuning in and watching us. I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you.
Google Midway Pest Management. Control your bugs and wildlife. Call 913-820-9737.
Hi, I'm Luis Gonzales. I'm the owner and president of Midway Pest Management here in Kansas City. I want to thank you for stopping by our website. We are a full-service pest control and wildlife control company dedicated to helping folks just like you live pest-free lives. Whether it's spiders, ants, termites, mice, bats, even squirrels in the attic, we can help you. Please scroll on down the page and read more about us and see what some of our other customers have to say about us also. Be sure to read about our ultimate, no risk, 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee. To put it simply, if you hire us to get rid of your bugs, you'll be 100% happy, or you won't pay a penny, period. Be sure to click on the menu tabs above and find out more reasons why you should consider Midway Pest Management for all your pest control or wildlife control service needs. If you got a pest problem or simply have a question, call Midway Pest Management at 913-820-9737. Ask for me, Luis Gonzales. I'll be happy to speak with you anytime. Also, don't forget about our free 58-point pest survey and analysis of your home or office. Again, thanks for stopping by our website, and I hope you have a great day.
Google Midway Pest Management. Control your bugs and wildlife. Call 913-820